What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, my good people? This is another episode of Just Ask Juan, and I'm obviously Juan. Let's have a conversation right quick about recent news and boxing and stuff like that. First and foremost, Tank is not found not guilty. Obviously, this is great news for the sport. Obviously, great news for him, his family, his mental state also. I just wanted to have say that, as much as of great talent Tank is, he needs to get himself right outside the ring, outside the sport, and away from the limelight. Take a year off, do something to, for your brain to understand, like, this is not okay that my life is like this. This has always been a big thing about his career, that lately people always want to say, like, oh, well, he's always distracted, which again he is, very much is, but he's always gonna be distracted, obviously, because of certain things in certain ways, and certain fighters and stuff like that. But as things get older and you get older, you want to pay attention to what you do and where you find certain things at. Even if you were to we were to speculate that if he did the thing that he was accused of, you know what I'm saying, it's still not right. You still got to get your life right. You still got to get your things right. I feel like when we talk about Tank, a lot of things is, well, he ain't do too much in the sport. What we're not talking about is, the call for help that he's asking for outside the ring. You know what I'm saying? And we as his fans, we as, people, we should learn how to respect the man's call for help. And I think that's a big fact for him. But in other news, Jaron Ennis has a scheduled date in October. Obviously, the Vergil Ortiz fight supposedly is signed, I believe, for sometime in February, or I think January, something like that. Obviously, both of these guys are gonna fight in October, I believe it is. They said, and they're gonna showcase their talent in October, and obviously have a big fight in February. I think that's common practice in the sport of boxing. There's a whole bunch of things everybody's saying here and there. Jaron has been calling for smoke with Vergil. Vergil's camp obviously saying he's ducking and this and that. Neither making sense to me. But again, this is something that the sport will want and the sports need. In other news, also we have good fights this weekend. Williams Foster for, shout out New Haven, Connecticut. I've been watching this guy. He's a year older than me, a year or two older than me. And I've been watching this dude since forever. I watched him literally tear through everybody in the amateurs. So, I'm excited to see him fight. I know he lost 2 fights, which, in boxing, people are going to be like, oh, well, you lose 2 fights. It's not an interesting thing. But, you lose 2 fights, what I'm saying? People are going to be like, oh, well, his career is over. Well, it's really not. It's just getting started. A guy can fight. He's exciting to watch. I love watching him fight. So I suggest you guys look at his fight this weekend, Friday, and enjoy it. Also the fights in Riyadh season, enjoy those fights. You got 2 great nights of fights. But that's all I have for you guys today. Please, guys, like, comment, subscribe at the Mighty Sports Talk Network. This is Just Ask Juan. We out, y'all.